Hello, I'm Marty, the International Pool Girl. Today I will be discussing pool enclosures. Now don't forget to like or subscribe to our channel, and remember, we appreciate your support. In time, we will be offering paid subscriptions for a small fee where we will answer individual questions concerning your swimming pool. We will be drawing from our combined knowledge of more than 30 years in the swimming pool industry. So I'm originally from Florida, where I grew up where we got a swimming pool when I was about 14 years old. And our pool had an enclosure like most pool owners in Florida. We called it a screened-in pool. The primary purpose of screened-in pools, which many pools in Florida have, is to keep the mosquitoes out and possibly sometimes the alligators. We lived on a lake as well and rarely saw the alligators, but we also avoided the areas where the alligators lived. So the purpose of a screened pool in the warmer climates is not to extend the season, but keep the annoying pests out. In colder climates where they have 4 seasons, the purpose of a pool enclosure is to extend the season so that the pool stays warmer longer. And these are not going to be screened in pools. It's going to be some type of glass enclosure. Also, when it's very cold outside, you can still swim in your pool with a pool enclosure. So what are the benefits of having a pool spa enclosure? Number one, in the colder months, you have lower heating costs as the enclosure helps to keep the heated pool contained, the heat contained. Number two, in the hot summer months, there is less evaporation and oxidation of the water. With the extreme temperatures, the water more rapidly will evaporate from a pool that is not enclosed. And it's quite common when you have high evaporation that you're just going to naturally have to add water to your pool. This is not because there's a leak, it's because of evaporation. But that is more common in the heat of the summer months. Number three, there's less maintenance required because the enclosure keeps the debris out, so less time is required for the cleaning of the pool. Because the pool, and when we say debris, we mean leaves and just big dirt or branches or any kind of other small rodents. Usually those can be kept out by an enclosure. Because the pool is enclosed, there are also less chemicals needed for the pool because there's less exposure to the elements. And the sun is not as going to rapidly burn off chlorine, and the heat does not change the other chemicals as quickly. Number four, the right type of enclosure with the correct glass will act as a barrier to the harmful UV rays. So we all know we need protection out there when we're in the sun. And so when you have the glass, the right kind of enclosure can act as a barrier to the UV rays. Number five, an additional benefit is that high quality enclosure is going to act as another safety barrier, preventing children from gaining access to the pool because it can be locked. Number six, if it's a high quality enclosure, the glass will be designed to be shatterproof for those inevitable times if the children are playing outside on the deck and run into or fall on the enclosure. Many of these high-tech enclosures not only look nice, but they're also safe for children playing on the deck. Enclosures are generally going to be more common for pools that are square, circle, or rectangular in nature. In the US, it is more common that the pool may not necessarily be a basic shape. Also, having an enclosure is ideal for wellness pools where the owner wants to swim year-round, even when there is snow on the ground. So you can have a foot of snow outside, but you have an enclosure and you heat your pool, you can go swimming in the middle of winter. There is one drawback to an enclosure. If you installed your pool to enjoy the beauty of it year-round, then an enclosure will block that view. So these structures aren't for every pool owner. And if you're looking for a vendor in Western Europe, we can find the recommended vendors, as the company, which also sells in the US, has numerous factories in Eastern Europe, but they also sell in the United States where they ship their enclosures. Now, not everyone is going to want to obstruct the view of their pool, but if you want to use your pool year-round, then this may be an option. Now, I hope that you found this helpful, and go enjoy your pool.